Hello everyone, welcome to you all in my YouTube channel. So today in this video I'm going to teach you about the Bootstrap 5 utilities. So utilities are helper classes. So Bootstrap 5 has a lot of utility helper classes to quickly style elements without using any CSS code. So first of all, if you want to use a border classes to add or remove borders from the element, so it's too much easy. So for example, if I create a span here, okay, so inside the span I can give the different type of thing. So for example, if I create a class here, that class is border. So if I run this one, so now we can say it is not working. Okay, so just wait for a moment. Okay, so it's not working because I need to give a style here. So inside the head section I'm going to give a CSS code here. So that is for the border. Okay, so inside the border I am just giving width is 100 px and height also 100 px. If I click in the run, so now you can see it is not still working. Okay, so I think I need to add few more code here. Okay, so now if I click in the display here, display is called to inline minus block. Okay, inline minus block. So if I click in the run, so now you can say here is a small button is created, right? So if I give the margin 6px, sorry 5px, so if I click in the run, so now we can say here is a small type of the border available. So if I click background color is okay, so red. If I click in the run, so now we can say here is a small box created, right? Okay, so if I click in the star F9, so now we can say a small button is created, right? Okay, so you can easily change the border width with the help of the border classes which is available in the Bootstrap. For example, if I want the uh, one pixel border, so I have to type border -1, and if I click in the run, so now we can see the border size is increased, right? So if I type here border -2, so let me check. So now we can see here the border size is increasing. So if I make the border size is 3, if I click in the run, now it is increasing. If I click in the border -4, and let me check what will happen. So now we can see the border size is increasing. So if I make it border -5, the Bootstrap is changing the border size. Okay, so in this way you can use the border size. Okay, and you can change the border color also. So for example, if you make it the border minus danger, and if I click in the run, so now you can see the border color is changing. If I change the color is primary, so now you can, it is the changing, right? So if I make it the dark, so now you can see the color is changing. So if I make the color is info, so now you can see the border color is changing. So in this way you can use the border color, and you can change the border radius also. So for example, if I make it border span class is radius. Okay, so sorry, rounded. Okay, so if I type the rounded, and if I click in the run, so now you can see here, yes, I need to give here rounded. Okay, and if I click in the run, so now we can say here is a rounded corner is available, right? And if I type here rounded minus top, and if I click in the run, so now we can see it is the rounding, right? Okay, so if I type here, okay, yeah, like that, I'm just giving here border 1px solid black. Okay, if I run it here, so now we can say here is a few radius available, right? So if I type here a radius button, if I click in the run, so now we can say the radius is only in the bottom side. Okay, so if I click here, okay, so just wait for a moment. If I type here rounded minus bottom, so now you can see the only the bottom side is rounded, right? Okay, here also rounded minus bottom should be like that. Okay, rounded minus bottom. Okay, so if I click here, so now I can see in the bottom side only there is a rounded corner. So if I make it rounded start, and here also start, if I click in the run, so now you can see the rounded corner is only in this side, in the left side. So if I type here is rounded minus circle, and here also rounded minus circle, and if I click in the run, so now we can say a circle is created. So in this way you can create the rounded feature, and you can give the size also here from here. For example, rounded minus 3 2. If I click here, so now you can see here it is okay. So just wait for a moment. Okay, rounded minus 2, and if I click in the run, so now we can see here is a increased the size, right? And you can use the float and clear fix also. So this is also one of the useful utilities which is available inside the Bootstrap 5. So for this one, just you have to type the div. So inside the div, I'm creating a span. So inside the span, I am just typing float left. Okay, and I need to give a class here. The class is float minus start. Okay, and I need to create another span class. Then I am giving a float right. Then I am again creating a span class here, and that is float minus int. Okay, and after that, for this div, I need to give a class here. That class is clear fix. Okay, then after that, if I click in the run, so now we can say here's a float left, and that is float right. So in this way, if you use the float start class, then it will come in the left side, and if you type the float right, then float int, then this will come in the right side. So in this way you can use the clear fix class, and you can create the responsive floats also. Okay, so if you type the div class is float int. Okay, so for example, if you type here float minus sm minus int. Okay, and if you click here in the run, so for example, I am going to create another div here, and this div class is float minus sm minus int. Okay, and I am just typing here float right on small screens or wider. If I click in the run, so now you can see here there is a float available, right? Okay, just I am changing this one in the clear fx. Okay, so if I created another, so I'm creating a break br tag here. So now I'm creating another div. and I am just typing float right on medium screens. Okay, so for this one you have to type a class here. That class is float minus md minus int, and if I click in the run, so now we can see it is moving in the left side in the large sizes screen, and for the medium sizes screen it will move in the right side. So in this way you can control the float with the help of the Bootstrap Utilities classes. So another thing is this, you can easily align the any type of the elements with the Bootstrap Utilities classes. For example, if you want to center an element, I created a div here, and I am just giving the center. If I click in the run, so now you can say center is coming here. So if I want to put this text in the center of the screen, so for that I have to create a class here, that is mx minus auto and bg minus warning. Okay, and I am just giving a style here. Okay, style is equal to width 150px. And if I click in the run, so now we can see it is moving in the center. So in this way you can easily change the alignment of the any element which is available inside your web pages. So another thing is you can control the width and height. Okay, for example, if you want to, if you create a div here, okay, and that is width 100%, and if I make it the div here, div class and w minus class w minus 25 and bg minus danger, and if I click in the run, so now we can see the width is 100%, right? If I make it the 50%, the width will, so now you can see it is giving me the width the 50% of the screen. So if I make it 100, so now you can see the width is 100%, right? And for the height also you can easily use this one, that is age minus 100, and if I click in the run, okay, so if I click in the run, so it is not working, right? Okay, so I'm just giving a class here for this one. Okay, if I just type the 25, let me check what will happen. Okay, I'm just going to change this one. So if I click in the run, this is still not working, right? Okay, so I think I need to give a style here. So for this one, I am just creating another div here. So the div should be closed here. Okay, and I think I need to remove this one. Okay, and for this div, I am just giving a style. Height is equal to 200px, and background color, background minus color is amber. Okay, like that. And if I click on the run, so now we can see the color is coming in this side, right? So if I make it the height is 50 here, and if I click in the run, so now we can see the height is coming in this side, right? I think I should to make it green. And if I click in the run, so now we can see the total height of the div is like that. And if I make it only 40, if I click in the run, so now we can see the height is only 40, right? And if I so I think the 40 is not working. Just there is a 4 classes, that is 25%, 50%, 75%, and that is 100%. So if I make it width is equal to only w minus 50, and if I click in the run, so now we can see this type of the box created. So if I click in the height is equal to 50, if I click in the run, so now we can see here. In this way you can easily create the different type of the width and height with the help of Bootstrap classes. So you can control the spaces also. Okay, so if you want to create, you can easily create different type of things. Okay, so for example, if you want to uh, give the padding, in that case you have to type here the PT. So P means padding. So if you type the PT minus 4, that is padding top 4. If I click in the run, so now we can say this text give the padding, right? And another thing is that you can give the margin also. For the margin you have to just type the M, and if you type the M minus 4, it means margin. So now we can say there is a 4 pixel margin. Okay, so if you type here MT minus 4, MT minus 4, it means margin top 4. If I click in the run, so now you can see here is a 4 pixel the margin top. Okay, and the PB means the padding button. So if I type the PB minus 4 or PB minus 3, so now you can see it is giving the padding 3. Okay, so in this way you can easily create the different type of thing, and you can use the shadow also. So if you want to also use the shadow, for this one just you have to use a class that is shadow minus SM. So if I click here on, so now we can see there is a small shadow is coming. So if you type the SM minus LG, sorry, shadow minus LG, if I click in the run, now we can see there is a shadow coming, right? And okay, so in this way you can easily use the shadow also, and you can create the vertical alignment also. So for this one, if you want to type, if I type here align minus uh, baseline, and if I click in the run, okay, so still it is not working, right? Okay, yeah. So so I think the text is not working here. This is for the alignment. So another class is the align minus top. If you type in the align minus top, it will move in the top side. Okay, so I think I need to create another span class here, span class, and I'm creating the span class inside the div. Okay, and I'm typing here alignment, and I'm creating a class here. That class is uh, align minus bottom. If I click in the run, okay, so now you can see the text is coming here in this side, right? So if I click in the align minus text minus top, if I click in the run, so now you can see the text is coming in the top side. If I type here align minus middle, and if I click in the run, so now you can see the text is coming in the middle side. So in this way you can use the alignment also. Okay, and you can change the aspect ratio also. For example, if you type here, so if I create another div here, okay, the div style is equal to background minus color is equal to red, width, height is equal to 200 px. If I click in the run, Now you can see another div created. So inside this div I am going to type another div here, and just I'm giving a class. That class is for the ratio minus 1 star 1. Okay, 1 star 1. It means 1:1 ratio. So if you for example, if you embedded few things here, okay, iframe, then in that case this will work in the iframe. So iframe src, then you can type the https youtube.com. Okay, so if I click in the run, so now we can see here is a few things came here. iframe is not working. So if I click in the run, still it is not working, right? Okay, so in this way you can change the ratio. For the 4:3 you can type here 4:3, 4:3. Okay, so there are different type of the things, and you can make it visible and invisible also. So for this one, just you have to make it for example, if I want to make it if I add another class here, that class is visible, it will be visible, and if you make it invisible, it will not work. If I click in the invisible, so now you can see here there is a div available, but it is not showing. So in this way you can use the different type of the utilities which is available in the Bootstrap class. Okay, and another thing is that you can create a close button. So for this one, just you have to type here button, and the button type should be button, and the class should be btn minus close. So if you type this one, a close button will come here. Okay, so in this way you can create the close button. Okay, and you can type the you can create the screen reader also. So for this one, just you have to type here. Okay, so I'm creating a span. Now I am using Bootstrap Utilities Classes, and for the span classes here I'm going to give a class. That class is visually minus hidden. Okay, and if I click in the run, so now you can see here's a close button also available, and this class is for the screen reader. Okay, so okay, and you can change the color. We already discussed about the Bootstrap color, we already discussed about the background color. Okay, so those are the very important Bootstrap Utilities classes that will help you to save your time. You can use the margin, you can use the padding, you can control the width and height, and different type of the things you can control with